Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. This week we're going to be talking about upgrading coins and selling on eBay. But before we get into all that, I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if this is the first time you're joining us, I hope you consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And for all of you who have already subscribed and keep coming back each week, truly I appreciate your viewership and your comments. Thank you so much. So here is our upgrade. I'm going to hold back on the grade of this coin, but you can see that this is a CAC graded coin. You all know, if you've been watching my channel, I do really enjoy these coins. And I really wanted to upgrade my 1902 New Orleans Morgan Silver Dollar. And this one I think is a nice upgrade. These can be really hard to find really nice ones. Back in 1982, Wayne Miller wrote that the 1902 New Orleans Morgan dollar is typically among the poorest struck of the late New Orleans dollars. Most are flatly struck with horrible luster. And as you can see here, this isn't too flat. This is actually, I consider it a fairly strong strike, and I actually really like the luster on this coin as well. But I will say we're going to be discussing this a little bit later in depth, but I just wanted to take a quick look at it with you all right now. I will say here, CACG is notorious for being pretty strict with the coins, so to me this looks like a scratch, but clearly to them it is not a scratch, and I did not see that mark on the coin when I purchased it on eBay, or even using the CACG website. I didn't really notice that mark. So clearly they don't see it as a scratch. They see it as something else, because this does have a straight grade. Okay, shifting gears here, I have some footage here from our previously owned 1902 New Orleans Morgan Silver dollars. We had two, both of them graded from PCGS, both of them graded Mint State 64. I will add in the description this video, the link to this video, so you can watch it if you want to. But for the most part, I added most of the footage here. So you can see there was some kind of blue toning here on the reverse of this one. But it was kind of dark toning overall. I didn't really enjoy the toning that much, so I wanted to move on from this coin. You can also see how flat the center of this coin is. You'll even notice as we look at the surfaces here of this coin, some ripples in the toward the stars and the rim of the coin, and that has to do with strike and metal flow. So this is just really a weakly struck coin. So you know, I just it just wasn't for me. I picked up both of these coins that we're going to be looking at, this one and the next one, from Morgan lots. So basically, I was getting them close to wholesale. And they were nice. They were nice to hold on to. They were nice as a filler coin for a time, to say that I had a 1902 New Orleans Morgan Silver dollar, but it was time to move on. You can see there's some large strikes here, contact marks on this coin. And again, the toning is quite dark. There is some nice greens and blues, but it's not as eye-catching as some toned Morgans. But somebody did pay up on this coin. They obviously liked it and they wanted it, so they purchased it for their collection. Which, you know, again, this is a nice coin to own. It just wasn't exactly the coin I wanted for the collection for Massabesic Gold and Silver. So, like I said, I wanted to move on. And that is really the whole point of this video. I really wanted to talk about eBay. So I've been selling on eBay since 2014, buying and selling a lot longer than that, or I should say buying for a lot longer than that. But as I've kind of become more comfortable with eBay, I wanted to sell off coins that I was no longer happy with, I was no longer enjoying. That's one of the reasons why I say that at the end of my videos. You know, I hope that you continue to enjoy, because if you're not enjoying the coin, it's time to move on. So this was the sale. You can see here I sold this coin for $107.50, and I think I walked away with, yes, $88, I believe it was. Yeah, $88 right there. I'll be putting it up so you can see it after fees and everything. And that's the other reason why I wanted to show you this video, is to talk about, just because you sell something for X amount of dollars, you're walking away with a little bit less. Here's our second coin. This is a Blast White 1902 New Orleans Mint. Morgan silver dollar. I enjoy this coin, or I did enjoy this coin at the time. I thought it was a little bit nicer, and I chose to keep this coin for the collection and sold the other one. This one again has some of that rippling, that metal flow, from the strike just being a little bit weaker. Again, it's not going to affect the value. Even Bowers notes that, with the 1902 New Orleans, the professional graders here, the third-party graded companies, whatever, they don't take in consideration strike and all that. They just grade the coin. So this is, again, same grade as the other coin. I think it was a little bit nicer. It had a little bit stronger of a strike. I know it's kind of hard to see through the slab because it's the slab is kind of scuffed up, but this definitely had a stronger strike compared to the Tone 1902 New Orleans Mint. So I kept this one for the collection at Massabesic Gold and Silver, but obviously I wanted to upgrade, so you're probably already getting a sense that the coin that is in the CACG holder is probably a Mint State 65 or maybe higher, and you would be correct. This coin, like I said, is nice. Just looking at the surfaces here, you can see very little contact marks. I thought it was a solid Mint State 64. But again, just the overall look of the coin, I thought I could do better with cherry picking. And that's, again, what I use eBay for, is just taking the opportunity to go through, especially with a common coin like the 1902 New Orleans, to find a coin that I really like. So this one sold a little bit less than the other one. This one sold for $90. And my earnings was a little bit lower because after fees and everything, it put me right around the $73 dollar mark. So, again, you're just making your money back. That's my goal. I'm not trying to sell and make a ton of money. If that happens, fantastic. But in these cases, these are fairly common coins, fairly common grades, and it's about the upgrade, and that's one of the reasons why I do what I do as a hobby. And when I'm done enjoying a coin like these two coins, then I will move on and find a new coin that I really enjoy and that I want to keep in the collection here at Massabesic Gold and Silver. That's just how I do it. I think a lot of people do it this way, and it's good. And then you build a reputation for yourself as well. I've sold over 611 items. I have 100% feedback, and the reason why is because I treat people with respect, or at least I try to, unless somebody's really being a jerk to me. But for the most part, I want to be known as a really good seller. So enough about eBay. I would love to read your comments about your experiences with eBay and eBay sellers. So feel free to put that in the comments. If you have any questions too about how to sell on eBay and how taxes and things like that work, you can always ask me as well. But let's take a look at this coin. So the 1902 New Orleans Morgan silver dollar has a mintage of 8,636,000. These came out in huge quantities as the bank vaults, the Treasury Department was opening up. So these are readily available today. Just both Miller and Bowers note, as we had already talked about, that these can be some of the poorest struck coins from the New Orleans Mint, at least in the later years. So, as both of them say, cherry picking is very much advised. I think I did well. I like the luster here. I like the strike. The surfaces seem nice. We get a little carbon spot here or there, but nothing too distracting. Again, we're looking really close to this coin because I want to see anything on the surfaces like cleaning or scratches or things like that. But again, the luster I think is quite nice. The fields seem to be relatively open, and this seems like a really nice gem coin. The pictures on eBay were kind of dark from the seller, but you can always look them up, and that's what I always do with a graded coin. I looked up the coin to see how much, or not to see how much, but to see what it looked like from CACG, and the pictures there were quite nice, but like I said, I did not see this mark in those pictures or from the seller either. So, that's just one of those things. I try as a seller on eBay to take the best pictures as I can, but it can be quite difficult sometimes. At least, you can get a lot of pictures up, and I try to do a lot of pictures on my coins, and not just say, hey, the coin is this grade, and you either want it or you don't. Because clearly, if you've watched my channel for a while, just because a coin has the same grade as another coin with the same grade does not make them equal. That's why I enjoy cherry picking slabbed coins, and that's really what I do. I know a lot of you that watch me don't care about slab coins. That's fine. You can find a lot of really nice coins out of slabs. You can see in my background here, I have quite a few of those types of coins that I had bought either raw or not. So you can see here, this is a nice gem coin with the legacy. So this was a coin that was either in a PCGS holder or a NGC holder that had a CAC sticker or CAC sticker, the green bean, and somebody decided to send that off to CACG to have it reholdered in one of their new holders here, and that's what that L is representing, that legacy. So again, this is a beautiful gem coin. I think I did well here. I think it's definitely an upgrade from the previous two coins that I showed you. And I really like it. I like that it's blast white as well. I know many of you know I enjoy toning, but this coin, I think, with this luster and this overall look here, as I turn it in the light, you can just see how nice this is, and just how nice it looks in blast white. The reverse here is, again, quite nice. I know we have that mark there. I don't know what the graders at CACG thought it was. Maybe they thought it was a strike through, or maybe they just thought it was a contact mark. But I'm glad it got the straight grade, and I'm glad that it's I have it added to our collection. Well, anyway, I thank you for watching our video today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you keep coming back. And until we meet again, stay safe and continue to enjoy.